Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube page. We're continuing our Week 13 NFL previews with the New England Patriots traveling down to Miami to face the division rival Dolphins. It'll be a 1 o'clock start time over on CBS. Both teams coming off of wins. The Miami Dolphins in Week 12 defeating the visiting Seahawks, and the Patriots in Week 12 on Thanksgiving night, of course, obliterating their other division rival, the New York Jets. A lot at stake for both teams in this game. For the Dolphins, they're at 5-6, and a common theme you're going to see this week in the NFL as we head down the stretch are the 6-loss teams basically playing for their playoff lives. And the Dolphins fall into this category. For the Patriots, sitting at 8-3, it looks like with this win, they'll all but wrap up the AFC East crown. And beyond that, they're trying to get in that top 2 seeds in the AFC. Right now, Houston has a lock on the number 1 seed, and you have teams like Denver, New England, and Baltimore battling for that second spot. So it's an important game for the Patriots. They can kind of solidify their position for a possible bye and maybe wrap up the AFC East. The Dolphins overall this year, I think they're improved from where we thought they'd be. They're kind of in that stage where they're playing a lot of close games and they're not winning many of them. Although maybe last week was a step in the right direction after beating the Seahawks. The Dolphins are led by a better defense than you would think, and more in particular, they're led by pass rusher Cameron Wake, who has 9.5 sacks, and Carlos Dansby leads the team with 83 tackles. As is always the case with the Patriots, in order to beat them and in order to have a chance to beat them, you need to do 2 things. You need to, A, be able to get pressure on Tom Brady and move him off his spot, and you need to have the offensive firepower to be able to put their defense on their heels and score points against them. We think the Dolphins may be able to put pressure consistently on Brady, but we don't think their offense is going to have the firepower to be able to exploit that porous New England secondary, which has gotten better in recent weeks, but we need to see more of a sample size before we're sold that the New England defense has turned the corner. The Patriots, it looks as though their offense is clicking more on all cylinders than it was earlier in the season. They're more opportunistic the last couple weeks on special teams and on defense. Their running game has been improving and becoming consistent as well, which is definitely scary for teams. The fact that in the last couple of years, you could just prepare for Brady in the passing attack, which is still vaunted. I mean, Brady has 24 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. They have allowed 15 sacks, so there is the ability to get to Brady if you have a consistent pass rush, which we think this is the only real shot the Dolphins have in this game, is that they can get the pass rush on Brady. Gronkowski, again, out with a broken arm, so look for Brady to target Wes Welker more, Brandon Lloyd more, and of course Aaron Hernandez as well. As far as the Patriots defense goes, look, we think they definitely have holes defensively. We think those holes are exploited against the better offensive teams, but we don't think Ryan Tannehill and the rest of the Dolphins offense is ready to exploit this Patriots defense the way we think it can be. We think the Patriots will do what they can to contain Reggie Bush, Daniel Thomas, and the running game as well. Coming into this game, some trends to look out for. Miami is 10-2 in their last 12 games against the spread versus a team with a winning record. Also, New England is 6-2 against their spread in the last 8 games against the AFC. When we have these division rivalry games, both teams will be focused. Both teams know each other. And sometimes there's a tendency to overlook, or I should say look too far into division rivalry games. The spread here is 7.5. The Patriots are the better team, but we think the Dolphins will keep this game close enough to cover that 7.5 point spread. So if we had to make a pick, we like the Dolphins plus 7.5, but make no mistake about it, we think the Patriots will come out victorious And we like the Dolphins with a late cover here. We think the Patriots will be in firm control of this game pretty much throughout. And we look for the Patriots to all but wrap up the AFC East. And after this game for the Dolphins to have their playoff hopes flickering. Hit us up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis, and we'll be back with some more previews for Week 13.